For the last couple of years, I've been able to stay lean, and honestly, at this point, it doesn't even feel hard anymore. And before you go in the comments and say I just have good genetics or I have to be taking some sort of peptide or steroid, just wait. I created this channel because I've seen how complicated the fitness industry makes getting lean. They tell you to switch to keto, do carnivore, or go into a massive calorie deficit. And a lot of people hear that and think they won't ever be able to get the body they want. And look, I'll be honest, I eat pretty clean and a lot of my meals throughout the week look the same. But in this video, I'm going to show you the simple nutrition framework I use and how I plan my days to make it so much easier to get lean without my energy crashing or constantly feeling hungry. Because most guys live normal lives. You have work, families, relationships, and responsibilities, and you can't just live like a zombie for months just to lose some weight. Before I knew how to eat the way I'm about to explain to you guys, I was constantly waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror, and I just looked soft. I'd eat whatever that day, try and hit my protein goal, and then just end up crashing out at night. I would always try and justify that I was bulking and that it didn't matter as long as I trained hard that day, but I didn't realize that if you have more than 18 to 20% body fat, your metabolism is probably broken and your body isn't even going to build muscle anyway. It felt like this went on for so long and I just couldn't get lean. I thought maybe it was my workout split or some supplement I was seeing online, or that I should just try to cut out all my carbs and go into a huge deficit. But every time I switched my plans, nothing really changed, and that's because I didn't actually have any structure to the way that I ate. I would grab a protein bar, throw in some frozen pasta dish I bought at the store, or order in some food because I was too tired to cook dinner. And I was thinking about this when I was getting gas with my girlfriend the other day. I walked in the gas station and literally everywhere I looked, there were labels with protein on it. Bars claiming they were healthy, all right next to the aisles with a ton of candy. To the average person, you probably walk in that aisle and think that you're grabbing the healthier option without even realizing that snacking on food like that is so bad for your gut, your body, and your overall health. Just putting protein on the label doesn't make it good for you. My framework that I give the guys I work with is simple. If it doesn't come from the earth or live on the earth, you shouldn't be eating it. We focus on whole food meals that fill you up, don't leave you hungry and wanting to snack all day, and give you the fuel to actually get stronger in the gym. The goal is to get our body and metabolism burning through that food with this exact system I'm about to teach you. The first part of the framework is simple, and it starts with setting your day up the right way. Every morning, I'll go for a fasted walk or low intensity session on the stairs. This gets my body into a fat burning state immediately, and then when I get home, I can eat a meal that will fuel my training for later. For breakfast, I like to go high carb, high protein, and if I'm training at around 5 or 6 p.m. that day, I always add in fats. My go-to right now is a protein opal, so basically it's Quaker Quick Oats, around 50 grams, microwave with some water, and then I mix in a scoop of protein powder. Protein powder is one of the only processed foods or supplements that I usually make an exception for, just because it makes it so much simpler to hit your goals without having to cook food literally all day. In that protein opal, I'll mix it up with either some frozen berries, a banana, or apple, and then a spoon of peanut butter to slow down digestion and save those carbs for later. You can also do sourdough toast with some eggs and bacon, or fruit and a protein shake if you're going to train right after breakfast. The main part of this framework is making sure you go into the gym with a good amount of carbs in your body. This lets you train really hard and get a good pump, which is super important if you're eating at a deficit and you don't want to lose your muscle. Now for lunch, I'll usually do a variation of chicken and rice with a vegetable, and you can season this however you want, but definitely just be aware that when you put sauces on your meals, you can add a bunch of hidden calories, and it's the same as if you eat a healthy option out. I always opt for something like a hot sauce or low sugar ketchup if I'm going to use anything. Because I work a lot of the day, I usually train around 4 or 6 p.m., which means I have 2 meals in my system and can really get a good workout in, which is key because we only work out 4 times a week. After that training, I'll do a low intensity cardio session for 15 to 20 minutes if I'm in a lean bulk or growing phase, and then around 30 minutes if I'm trying to lean down. That extra movement after your workout puts your body in a fat burning state, and then when you go home, you can fuel up with either a quick protein shake if you trained earlier in the day and it isn't time for dinner, or you can cook up what I consider the best meal of the day. This is always going to be some sort of protein with potatoes, usually 90% lean ground beef or a lean cut of steak, and if you add some lettuce, this meal literally tastes just like a burger. Now, you're probably wondering how you cook all this, and the reality is most of it's already prepared for me and just needs a quick microwave. Same as if I was going to eat those pasta dishes I used to get, but now it's optimized for my actual goals. I buy pre-cooked chicken at a grocery store called Trader Joe's, usually buy the frozen rice and frozen diced potatoes, and then cook up 1 to 2 pounds of ground beef at a time, so I always have food in the fridge. Prepping your food like this eliminates so much of the confusion and thinking when it comes to eating, and you want to make it so your meals fill you up and don't leave you wanting to snack, because that's where you go way over your calories. If I'm still hungry after that dinner, I'll do 1 to 2 eggs and ground beef for my testosterone production, Or if I want something sweet, I'll go for some Greek yogurt with frozen berries. This diet is literally so simple, and once you find a rotation of seasonings and toppings, it's really enjoyable too. I never get hungry or feel low energy because I'm fueling up for my training sessions and getting all my micronutrients from the whole foods that I'm eating. The sizes of the meals are going to vary depending on your genetics, your muscle mass, and your starting point, but I always want you to start eating at your maintenance or right below. And then you only drop your food when you stop seeing progress. The goal of getting lean is to create a simple system that keeps you burning fat all day, full of energy, and not just feel like you're starving yourself. That's why we wake up early, go for a walk, fuel up with carbs before and after our training, and go for a heavier, fattier meal at the end of the day with the beef and potatoes. Trust me, if you try this out and stick to what I taught you in this video 90% of the time, you're going to feel good in everyday life, get lean, and you're still going to build muscle. And thank you guys for all the support on the channel. I'm really excited to give you guys that are here early free access to the program I just launched, where I give you guys the exact meals, workouts, and mindset you need to start getting lean. Click the link in the description or look up school.com/leanbody if you want to join. And if you want to learn how to fix your metabolism so your body stops storing food as fat and instead just uses it for fuel, watch this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.